Okay, wanted to do a quick video on a new product. Doesn't really have much of a name yet. It's for the pretty much a 7800 console. A few things. So one right off the bat, just in case anybody's unaware, there is a controller that has these buttons on the front. There's one for the Atari the 7200, and there's one for the 2600. They're for the flashback consoles. When you push those buttons, they send a series of directional codes to the console that are unique. And you'll notice if you press those buttons, your character or sprite, whatever, will move around. So I had the idea that we could build an internal mod chip to the 7800 console to detect those and issue buttons. So as you know, the 7800 has a pause button. I can unpause that game with the button on the controller. I went ahead and mapped up start for that. I also added a feature in the select button that you can enable. It gives you slow motion. Now that's not going to work with every game in the same way that the NES Advantage didn't work with every game. It depends on how the game draws to the screen and the frame rate and things like that. So I'm going to be experimenting with that. I'll probably be able to document all games since there aren't that many for the 7800. Incidentally, as you may or should know, the 7800 will play 2600 games, but of course the pause button doesn't work on those, so it won't have any effect. But the 7800 has most of those games, redone. So of course they would work in that scenario. So the three controllers that I know that this will work with are the 2600, which I have here, the flashback version, the 7800 flashback version, and of course the bridge. Now the bridge, if you don't know, is a way to use any controller on any console, in this case the 7800. So if you were to press the start button on a controller, it would have the same effect. There's also a mode button on some of these controllers, like the 2600 and of course the controllers. That would be either used with a hotkey, or in some controllers actually have a home button. That button will reset the console, so I mapped that one up too. But the 7800 controller itself, as far as I know, there's no way to bring up the menu. I'm going to experiment with it when I get it in. Maybe you can hold down both buttons. I'm not sure how it works. So you can reset the console if you'd like, or pause it, or enter slow motion with this little adapter. It'll go inside the console, above or below the board. There'll be a couple of solder points that you'll have to make. And it should be available pretty soon. More on that and videos to come. Thanks for watching.